Hey guys, so today is a new day. We are back with the Mark 1 Escort. So we're going to continue doing some work to the Mark 1 Escort. Let me just show you guys where I ended off a few days ago. Previously when we spoke about removing this and removing that. I'll be doing that today. I unfortunately couldn't get to it a few days ago, so I just left that. What I did was as well, I went about throwing our engine setup together, or a drivetrain together, basically a mock setup. That's the prop soft we'll be using. This is our gearbox we'll be using, and then this is not the engine we'll be using. This is a dummy engine. However, I might be using the head. I would like to do some work to the head. I might do it myself. In future videos we'll get to the head. So for now it is a dummy setup. So guys, what I would like to get in is our gearbox. I would like to get in now. Our prop soft, I like to get it on now, so that we can actually get the engine in here, just to get our placements going. So we need to get some of our placements going. At least we'll know exactly where we need to cut, where we need to weld, and how our mountings are gonna look, or some kind of idea what our mountings are gonna look like. I'm gonna take that out now. I'm gonna remove that gearbox. It's just the box that is still in there. It's a few bolts at the back. I'll take that bolt, and there's 4 bolts. Take that bolts out, and then I'm going to get this box out of the way. Then I'll be throwing our prop soft, and I'll be throwing our gearbox in, so we can check what work we need to do to the tunnel, just to open it up a bit to get that box sitting in there comfortably. Once we have that done, we can get our engine in, and then we can actually get our placements over here, our spacing, and our mounts placement. Before all of that, I might just throw the gearbox out and then quickly just cut off these points, because with the box there, I see it's a bit in the way. So without the box, I have some more space over there to play. So once I remove the box, I'm just gonna cut this mount off, and then we will throwing in the other box, open up our tunnel a little bit, and we'll take it from there. So yeah guys, I'm gonna throw you guys a bit of a time lapse, so you can basically see what I'm doing. So there we go guys, as you can see the box is removed. So now we get to our mounts. Here we go guys, 2 down, 2 more to go. I still need to just clean it up a bit more over there, get that flush with our chassis over there. So I need to clean it up some more. But yeah, 2 down, 2 to go. Let's get going. Here we go guys, both mountings are removed. Mounting and the bracket for the steering rack, mounting removed. I still need to neaten up everything. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to clean the floor, and I'm going to fit the box. I'm going to dummy fit it. I'm just going to fit it with some rope and some wire. What I'm going to do with the block is I need to get the block in as well, so we can see our exact placement where we're going to place everything. So that's the reason why I just took the mountings off, got that thing out of the way, so we can get exactly the lowest of the lowest to see how low the motor is going to go in. That stuff was a bit high, so it was holding the motor up high. We are going to drop everything a bit lower, but you guys will see as we move along what we are doing. For now, we're going to put the gearbox in quickly. Just going to put the gearbox in, prop soft gearbox. So we're going to get some placement for the box. I'm going to get some wire. I'll show you guys exactly what we're going to do, how we're going to hang it. Just going to dummy hang it. We're not going to bolt anything in. We're going to use rope and some planks. I'll show you guys now what we're going to do over there. Then with our engine, we're going to rest it on here. We're going to try to put a bolt or 2 onto the gearbox, so we can at least see what our space looks like and how long or how far we're going to gonna get the motor going. So let me just quickly clean up the engine bay and the floor, and then we're gonna get the box and motor and props off in. And then from there we are gonna start mocking up mounts, see what we're gonna do for mountings, how we're gonna build our mountings, and take it from there. But you guys are gonna be with me all of the way, so you guys will see exactly what we are doing and how I am doing it. So yeah, let's get that box in quickly. So guys, basically there we go. So I did fit, the gearbox is fitted, block, the head is fitted. I also went about throwing on the radiator and also a fan just to check our clearances over here, which as you guys can see there is a lot of space on here. We still need to get a cover on the side as well, so there will be a cover that's coming in front, the water pump, the oil pump, all of those covers still need to come in front on, but we can see that the clearance is quite well, so there will be enough space in front for a fan, which is good. We can see on the side we have a lot of space on the side. Our starter will be going on there, and then we will probably be fitting either intake or throttles. I am still deciding, but I am leaning more to the throttle side of life. As you guys can see, regarding space around the gearbox, the space around the gearbox is quite fine, it's quite good. We actually don't need to even touch the tunnel, so I don't need to go about beating on the tunnel because there is over enough space around the tunnel already. As you guys can see, there is enough space over there. The gearbox there, you can see our block on the side, you can see the space on the side is quite good as well. I still need to go about lining the engine up properly. I got it as straight as I could with the eye, but obviously we still need to go and line it up as it should be. As you guys can see, there we go, our SR20 DE is good. Camera is not straight. Let's try and get it as straight as we can, so you guys can see. Can you see the engine seems like it is laying a small bit off center, so I still need to align it properly. But further than that, guys, oh no, this gimbal is, sorry for that guys, the gimbal's battery died and then it was just going all sorts of craziness. But as you guys can see, the engine still need to be aligned properly. It is not centered. I'm gonna still find the center of the car. I might use this line over here and just center through there. As you can see, that engine is still off center, so I just need to center it a bit. But we still need to build the mounts and everything, so alignment is still coming. As I said, I just wanted to fit the radiator, fans, and see what our clearances is looking like. So yeah guys, there we go. That is for our engine fitment. So we are more or less where we want to be. Let's just have a look inside quickly. I still have the plank and everything there, but as you guys can see, there is our gearbox. It's still gonna go a bit lower down, it's not gonna be as high as that, but I'm happy, quite happy with where that is sitting as well. So our gear lever will just pop out over there, which is quite good as well. I still need to throw back our steering rack, and then we can, or steering column with a steering wheel, then we'll be able to see what our selection, gear selection is going to look like. But that is something that we're not too much worried about. That can always be modified and made better. So yeah guys, that is it for this setup for now. I am just off to go fetch Micah quickly, and then I am going to see what we can do when we get back. I still need to take Jamie to the shop as well. So as you can see, for the bottom of the car, prop self is on. I did just bolt it on and tight. There we go, all the way. So our prop self is on its place. Our gearbox is almost on its place. We need to probably either modify something at the bottom here. I am probably gonna drill new holes and just put new bolts in there, and that side as well, and just get rid of these bolts. Or I'm just gonna take the bracket off and just build a new bracket. I think I might just take the bracket off and just build a new bracket, which would be much easier, and I can just keep this bracket for the Escort, because that is the Escort's bracket anyway. It's part of the Mark 1 Escort's bracket. So yeah, as you can see, we have a jack underneath the gearbox, holding the gearbox up. The jack under the engine, I see, is all the way down, so we don't have no jack under the engine. But for that, guys, we are quite sorted. We are quite on point. We are making progress with the project Escort. Definitely making progress. This radiator and everything is set up for the 1600. As you guys can see, it is a quite thin radiator as well. It was for the 1600. I'm gonna leave it on here so long. I'm gonna see how far we can go with it. If the car starts getting warm, we'll just swap out to a 3-core or 4-core radiator. But for now, we're gonna use I think this is a 2-core radiator, so we're gonna use a 2-core. The car, remember the guys, the car is mostly for racing. It's not really for street driving. So if the car can do a pass or two and cool down, then we're quite happy. If the radiator does its job perfectly fine, then we're happy with that too. But guys, let me get done. Let me go and get Micah. So that is it for now. Quickly, I'm gonna get back to you guys soon. Oh yes, guys, one more thing that I forgot to mention. Our steering rack still needs to come in there. So we are not completely done with placement. We first need to fit the steering rack, and then we can confirm placement and bolt up or make mountings for it. That's the reason why we're not making any mountings as yet, is because I need to get the steering rack first bolted on, and then we can go ahead with fitting the engine complete. So yeah, guys, that is one of the biggest things that's keeping us back now, is just our steering rack. So but it's not too complicated. I kind of have an idea what I'm gonna do, so I'll show you guys as we go along what we are going to do with our steering rack, and I will make this work.